And so now, what were the practices when you started to rebuild? Was it meditation? I mean, what were the specific, tangible things you did to bring you to center?
Right. So number one, meditation.
Every day?
Every day, 20 minutes in the morning. My philosophy was if I could find center, then I would know when I'm off center and go back to center and create this flow.
You have a constant inventory of where center is, as opposed to most people who just kind of wake up, show up, and just don't know how to calibrate the compass, if you will. Yeah.
And then learn to detach my happiness from outcomes. Just enjoy the consistent, everyday, persistent without quit.
So is it TM, Transcendental Meditation?
Transcendental meditation, theta meditation. I believe in vibration. I believe in you can only be aware of that which vibrates equal to than you. So you should work on how fast you're vibrating, understanding the truth vibrates the fastest.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before. So for somebody out there that might be new to the concepts of meditation or applying it to their life or their business, what would be David Meltzer's best tips on finding center or how to incorporate it into your life? What are tangible practices?
Real easy. Sit up straight. So, which I have a hard time doing. So your spine straight. Breathe in through your nose like it's coming from the end of the universe, and then blow it all the way back past the ocean, right? And what you think about is nothing. That's the hardest part, is people think there's supposed to be something coming to you. All that I think about is awareness. So if colors come to me, temperatures come to me, stories come to me, the higher I raise my awareness, I can start witnessing patterns, because patterns are, that go from the conscious of what we think, say, and do to the subconscious of what we believe into an unconscious soul, an unconscious competency, which has a duality. And the duality is quite simple. It's an energetic component and a genetic component of our unconscious. The genetic component is a DNA. It's a code that you've been given from about 4 generations down to you. Great-great-grandparents, great-grandparents, great-grandparents, and parents. 4 generation. But that genetic unconscious has an exogenetic shell that has an activator or deactivator. So you can activate or deactivate alcoholism, frustration. Look, like you said, how much of your dad do you see in me? I just started deactivating the things that I didn't like about my dad and started activating the things I do like about my dad. Activating the things I like about my mom, deactivating. Then on the energetic side, it's about vibration, right? Are we, energetically attracting what we want, surrounding ourselves with the right people, the right ideas? Are we raising our awareness? If I could give you any gift, Omar, it'd be one gift: awareness. If you have true awareness, you never have to work. All you would have to have is true awareness for one day. Why? Because you would be able to go right to the mercantile exchange and say, oh, I have extreme awareness. Gold is going to double tomorrow. Or gold is going to double in the next 2 months. Right?
Or
so
even,
what are you going to do? Borrow,
yourself.
beg, and steal all the money in the world, buy some gold because you have complete awareness. Awareness is awesome. It's what leads me.
And it translates on the inside too. Self-awareness, Gary Vee talks about it, is doubling down on sort of your strengths, right? Being aware, what am I good at? What am I not good at? What are the things I want to create? So have you found that, because I want to ask for the audience who might hear it and think like, okay, that sounds like pseudo or spiritual. There's one component, but a lot of people watching this want to get better, want to get ahead, want to get money, haven't had their own journey, so to speak. So how does those practices apply to the mindset of personal growth and income and impact and all that, fulfillment?
Look, you got to be more interested than interesting. You got to gather data, but once you gather the data, you got to have awareness and make your decision. Notice you get to interview a lot of powerful people.
Yes.
We all make decisions quickly. Right? There's it's
true.
all...
And it's imperfect. You don't even know if it's good, bad. It's better to make the wrong thing quick than it is to sit there and confusion.
In the event, like what I believe, I also think that we all are optimists or toptimists, or like my grandfather, who's I call him the poptimist. You're at the highest level of understanding that my decision today may not put me where I think I'm supposed to be, but eventually it'll get me there. Think about the manifestation of the fact that I went to law school to be a sports agent. If you would have told me
that's true,
15 years later that I would have run the most notable sports agency in the world by not practicing law, right, studying maritime law,
right,
going into technology, selling legal research, onto a wireless proxy server, then on to being, CEOs, of their phone, then retiring, getting into real estate and stocks, right? And then going bankrupt, and that's how I was going to be the CEO of the most notable sports agency in the world.
Yeah.
So if you don't trust the universe,
that's true.
I believe that most successful people understand one thing, that they live in favor. They live in a world of more than enough. And when you live in a world of more than enough, it all comes to you.
Even if your current reality is not that, by living it in your mind, you start to attract it.
Yeah, time's a construct.
So then how do you rebuild that? You know, you go through the tough time, you
Yeah.
get the job with Leigh, you've now translated into doing other things. Obviously now you have TV shows, you have books, philanthropy. Talk to
Podcast.
people a little bit now, about kind of other things you have going on now, and also what's close to your heart with the nonprofits and stuff
Right.
you're involved in.
So it's for me about passion. You know, once I get my passion, then I think about a purpose for that passion. And then I make sure it's tied into profitability. I'm different than most philanthropists. I've written a book called Compassionate Capitalism. I believe in one thing about this vibration, this pragmatic world we live in, that if you want to have options, if you truly want to help people, you got to make money. So I tie everything to a direct path to revenue, and I do it for the purpose of helping others and with the passion, for me, of being of service. In fact, I started realizing at my core, my name in itself, the name David means beloved. Meltzer actually means waiter. What does a waiter do? They're of service. So I'm beloved of service. That's my passion, right? Empower others to power others to be happy. Elevate others to elevate themselves. You know, like all types of things you can do. And it leads a vertebrae to me that, you know, I've always had this kind of nobody's more busy, right? There's 24 hours. It's be as active as you can. I look at life with a two-pronged lens, productivity and accessibility. How productive am I? How much value can I provide all day long? And two, how accessible am I to others? And how can I access that which inspires me? Data, help, whatever it is. And if you look at life with productivity and accessibility, right, you can manifest whatever you want. When you learn that ego and time are constructs, they're man-made things, they're constructs. Time has nothing to me. So for me, when I have books, podcasts, speeches, I have a media company, I have a marketing company, all the things, to me, they're not separate businesses. It's simply my job is to put forth action to help other people and value, and then have as many silos, because beyond the businesses I sit on 40 some boards. Beyond that, I have probably 200 channel partnership agreements where I make referral money because I ask you, how can I be of service? And I want to monetize it. So if you tell me, man, I'm looking for a $10 million house, I got a channel partnership with Ben Anderson next door that he gives me a commission for bringing you there so he can do your $10 million mortgage. Then I got another one for the realtor that's going to give you, and they're all best of breed guys. So I'm doing you a service.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Now, I love that. You come from a place of service, not getting, right? Yeah. Giving, not getting, and you trust that the universe responds to that. Now,
but you got to ask for it.
Right, yeah. Now, I want to talk about that. How important do you feel networking is, and what are your best strategies in finding a powerful network like that? Because it's key to your success at every level. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm very strategic about networking. I do it through helping other people. I find the people that I want to be around, what charities they're involved with, and then I get serious about helping that charity, knowing that I can connect emotionally for you and ask you how I can be of service to you. The way I made my money back, you know, you probably know the story, right?
Right.
It's like literally, I wanted to be around Steve Wynn, and Larry Rouveau had an event, Keep the Memory Alive event in Las Vegas around all these billionaires. And Steve Wynn introduced me to one of his friends. He said, oh, you know, I need to get these watches. And I'm like, oh, give me a list of what you need. I know a bunch of guys in the watch business. And I ended up creating a margin. But, you know, when you're playing in, you know, 8 zeros, you can make some serious, and I'm helping them.
Absolutely,
They made more money than me.
You're just helping at a higher level.
The key too is, like, there's a lot of people of service, but they're not asking. Like, dude,
just not afraid to ask.
If you unconditionally help people, don't be afraid to ask back. You've created a void.
Don't be afraid to ask for the money.
You want to test how much you have a problem with limiting your value? Go ahead and try to dream about making $100 billion and see how you feel. Compared to, just feel the energy that I'm going to make $1,000 today, or even $10,000 today. There's a piece when you close your eyes. Even you, Omar, close your eyes and think about, I'm going to make $100 billion today, and compare that to, I'm going to make 10,000. There's a disconnect in your heart.
A sense of truth, that you feel is it too
You're
far?
bullshitting yourself.
Yeah.
That's where the asks come in, man. I started feeling better. I still am not to $100 billion. 100 million, I feel as comfortable as 100. It feels the same, right? 100 million, no problem. $1 billion, I'm almost there. 100 billion, I don't understand how they do it.
Right.
But when I was a kid, it was $1 million. I dreamed of having $1 million, and the way I feel about 100 billion is the way I felt about $1 million when I was 5 years old.
And at some subconscious level, you were then, that was your center in a certain context.
Unconscious level.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I had to deactivate and activate my DNA. I had to shift my energy so that it became part of my perspective.
That's powerful.
If you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now, because every week we bring you the very best in personal development content, interviews, and insight to help inspire you to take your life and your dreams and make them a reality. And also, if you want to know how to book dream guests the same way I have, you can check the link below for my top 3 secrets. So if you have a podcast or a show or whatever it is and you want to collaborate with them, if you click that link below, I'll give you those top 3 secrets to help you get in touch with anybody. And also, don't forget that The Passionate Few is available on media platforms as well. So you can subscribe to the podcast. And until next time, thank you for being one of the Passionate Few.